Yo, it's Monday, so you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Marcus and the Man Cave with your boy Marcus and my beautiful, amazing co-host, fresh from vacation, Miss Janelle Mayfield. How you doing?
I am wonderful. How's everybody today?
I'm doing good. We got a special guest with us here tonight. We got Kay with it. Is that what we're going by for the show? We're going by Kay?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going
Yes,
by Kay for the
yes,
show.
yes.
All right. Welcome back. Y'all know she was on the show a little while back, and she's gracious enough to come back, so we really appreciate that.
Yes.
Let's talk about what we did over the weekend. Kay, what did you do over the weekend?
What did I do over the weekend? Let's see. Yesterday, I didn't do too much on Saturday. Yesterday, I went to had a nice little dinner date. We went to a spot in Philly. Very good, like Southern cuisine. It did have a vegan option, so that's what made me want to go. They have like live music playing, jazz music playing, so it was definitely a nice little vibe. So I didn't really do too much on Friday and Saturday. So.
Okay. Welcome in. Everybody's coming in. I see you, Michael. Hey, Lou. Trev, Kristen. I see y'all. Good to see y'all. Janelle, you did something that you've been needing to do. You took some time off. What did you and the family do?
Every year, my in-laws take an annual trip to Myrtle Beach, and we always get a really nice suite right on the water. We were there for 5 days, and it was just nice to do nothing. Like we spent the whole day on the beach for like 3 of the 5 days, and I don't think I've ever done that before.
Okay, all right. Well, I love that. Your son looks so happy.
Zaire don't have a time, okay?
He had a time. Man, hopefully Trev got some good rest too in there.
Of course he did.
Mm-hmm.
Trev is a sleeper.
I hope he's ready for the NFL season about to start. It's coming. CD Lamb just got re-signed.
That babies be wearing when they go to games because
the little noise canceling thing.
Yeah, because live your life, but y'all be loud.
Yeah. There's no other way to be. Like it's the best. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Other than summer, it's like this is the only thing that makes fall bearable.
You know what? I appreciate you saying it that way because, man, I do not want the weather to change.
No, I love the heat. And all these people are talking pumpkin spice. Like all that.
I know.
Crap.
Can we wait?
Pumpkin spice.
As I've gotten older, I like fall as I've gotten older because I enjoy like the pumpkin picking, the apple picking. I like that kind of stuff. Like I love Halloween. That's like my favorite holiday. So I like all the scary stuff. So I've grown to like fall as the years have gone on.
You were allowed to celebrate the Halloween when you was
right, because we was at Hallelujah.
I was. Yeah.
Oh, how's that Hallelujah night and
no,
that's the devil's holiday.
All of that.
I remember the first time my mom let us trick or treat. I vividly remember the first time she let us. I was old enough to drive.
I'm the kid who never ever got to trick or treat. Never did.
Come here for Halloween and trick or treat with Zaire.
Preacher's kids, man. We didn't get to do no trick or treat.
Wow.
And honestly, if you think about it, maybe this is a topic for another day. Hallelujah night was traumatizing. They would have us go through like a fake hell. I don't know if your church did that.
What?
No, ma'am.
We're gonna save this.
We might need another show about that because I don't know what you talk about right now. A fake hell.
This was scary. There
were numerous churches.
Your pastor said, "Let me show you what's scary."
It wasn't just
right.
It was like all the churches in Youngstown, Ohio, was like, "We gonna scare y'all."
No, Trev, I'm from the South, man. I'm not from the Midwest.
No, he's trying to be funny. Ignore him.
But no, I never did. Lula says that's how I am at the beach, a beach bum.
Girl, I get it, and I'm gonna keep that.
They were trying to keep you from sinning.
Well, guess what?
They kept us from the sweets, but all you know what? Let me write that down. I'm gonna talk to y'all at the end of the night show. I'm gonna write that down right now. I'm gonna write that down because this is not the time. For me, man, I did my usual thing, man. I'm working. I'm always working. So I was flying. Got the pleasure of flying the Indian delegation as they pledged their support to the United States. They're not gonna side with Russia and things. So
it's the way you say it.
Good for us. After that, the Democratic National Convention and all that stuff happened.
Shout out to Morgan. I know she's not in here, but a Howardite organized the whole DNC. And she's from Cleveland.
Look at that.
And it looked like a Howardite about to be president if it just keeps up. And you ain't gonna be able to tell the AKAs nothing.
You ain't gonna be able
Oh,
to
you're
tell
definitely not.
basically, yeah, the AKAs, but anyone from Howard, you're not gonna be able to tell us
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, but
And it's our 100-year homecoming.
Wow.
man,
Universe.
everything works out for the good of those who love. Anyway, let's play a game. Let's get into a game. Let's have some fun. It's been a while since I've been back home in my man cave. I'm excited to be here. Y'all don't understand what it's like, man, when you just never get to be at home, when you're paying rent for a place. When you actually get there, oh my God. And then the AC went out, so then it was hot. Yeah, I got to. The devil be trying to stop me, man. He be trying to stop me, but you know what?
I was gonna say we endure band camp. We can do it.
We know this ain't nothing. Run it back. Anyway. So we're gonna play a game. Now, I was very excited to find out about this game. It's called What's the Hook? I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me put it up to the camera. It's called What's the Hook? And it is a black game.
Period.
A black-owned company makes it. And you can find them on Instagram at What's the Hook Game on Instagram, where you can order it yourself. I bought this off of our friend DB, who was the older couple you guys saw on the show. He was playing it in the office, and we had such a fun time trying to figure it out that I offered him $20 on the spot for the game. I said, I'll get it right now. And that man loved to make a buck.
He better than me because I would have said 50.
Yeah, he could have. He honestly could have, but I wasn't about it. But so he was like, yeah, I'll give it to you. So we ended up buying it. So the premise of this game is it takes the hooks of your favorite R&B songs from the 80s, 90s, from TV sitcoms, and puts them in a question like, words them like the language of a midterm test, basically. And you have to figure out what song it is. So it has different levels of difficulty. And there's a way to score the game and everything. But we black, we make up our own rules anyway. And like Uno's still trying to tell us we're wrong. We don't believe that. But so we're going to play this game. Y'all feel free in the comments to play along with us. And let's just have some fun with it. We'll see how far we go. All right, we're going to start off easy. All right. So we're in the 90s, mid-90s. Despite my inability to reimburse you, my intention is to demonstrate my understanding. You are valued and appreciated.
Say it one more time.
Despite, do people still play spades? Yes, Trev. Yes, Trev. Anyway, despite my inability to reimburse you, my intention is to demonstrate my understanding. You are valued and appreciated.
My sorry for 2004, Ruben Stern.
We in the mid-90s.
Oh, mid-90s. Okay. I got 5 on it?
Famous rapper. I'll give you a hint.
What was... Oh, that's the hint?
I'll just say you are appreciated.
Big.
You said what now?
Oh, wait, no. Tupac. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't reimburse.
What's the name of the song?
You are appreciated. I can't think of the name of the song.
Oh, wait. No, not... That's Dear Mama. You are appreciated. That's the
Dear
right
Mama.
song?
No. That's the right song.
Oh, okay, Pay You Back. Gotcha.
Oh,
Can't pay you back. But let's make sure you understand.
I would need to like...
Kristen got it. She got it. We're on a little delay. So Trev got it. Dear Mama. Okay.
They didn't get it till way after.
Until we said it.
No, we're on a delay. We're on a little delay.
No,
So
we're
they probably
not.
got it.
I can see it right here.
Okay. This one will get y'all. Let's bring it into the 2000s a little bit. Let's bring it into the
part of the 2000s.
I can't tell you that because you're gonna forget it right away. But this was the best time of our lives.
Oh, that's a hard
one.
Okay. Kristen said hush. She did get it, so she don't want you to say. All right. I make my entrance into the club ready for VIP treatment. Although my fuel compartment is depleted, I generously cover the cost of all beverages.
I pull up at the club.
Yeah. Wipe me down.
Wipe me down.
That was the easy one.
What a time. What a time.
You read it again. I just really enjoyed the way they put it.
It said, I make my entrance into the club ready for VIP treatment.
All right. Now.
Although my fuel compartment is depleted.
Come on.
I generously cover the costs of all beverages.
There's a word here. Okay.
Once he said VIP in the club, I was like, all right, that's a giveaway.
All right. Let's take it back to 90s R&B. This person is having some great success right now. So,
okay.
You evoke memories of a lady from my past. Her visage surfaces when I gaze upon you.
Usher.
Name of the song.
You remind me.
Remind me.
Nice. There it is. See, y'all getting points here. If you find me satisfactory, you got it, Kristen. You got it. If you find me satisfactory, present me with a formal matrimonial proposal. Refrain from anger if you delay and witness another man expressing interest.
Beyonce
is correct. Name of the song.
Single ladies.
Absolutely.
No?
Absolutely.
There's single ladies.
I was going to say absolutely not. I
was like, wait, that sounds right.
All right. Let's go back early 2000s. Early 2000s here. Let me get a little tea. Y'all gotta excuse my voice. It was a hard weekend.
Just leave.
My entire existence has morphed. After we were introduced, I realized that you are damn. What's the name of the song?
My whole life.
That ain't the name of the song. That's what we say the name of the song.
No, the name of the song is I don't even know. What is the name of the song?
Exactly. No one knows.
Wait.
That's not the name of the song, Kristen.
That's
not the name of the song.
It's not Differences.
It's not different.
What's the other one? Damn.
It is Differences.
It is Differences?
Is it Differences?
Yeah. I don't know why.
I thought it was like a different one.
They could have literally named that song My Whole Life Has Changed.
What a character.
Or just My Whole Life.
You should at least parenthesize it.
Yeah, something.
All right. Here we go. Let's go to the mid 1990s.
What a time, man.
Describe to me your desires. Provide details of your requirements of me. Give me feedback if my efforts are sufficient, my dear.
Read it again. Yeah, read it again.
Mid 90s. Describe to me your desires. Provide details of your requirements of me. Give me feedback if my efforts.
Tell me.
Oh,
Tell Me by Drew Hill. Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kira.
I thought it was Tell Me by Groove Theory, but
oh, I didn't see. I thought you said by Drew Hill. Oh,
I thought it was Groove Theory.
Well, you got the song, right? And the fact that you know Groove Theory. Oh, girl.
I mean, hello. I'm a '90s baby.
All right, we got three more. We got three more to get through. Then we'll move on to our topics. So many individuals speak ill of me. Why can't they allow me to lead my own life? I require no approval. I shape my own choices. That's my exclusive privilege.
Bobby Brown.
What's the name of the song?
Prerogative?
Yeah.
My Prerogative. Correct. She said, I thought it was Tevin Campbell. What song?
It was definitely a love song, but I was like, it could be numerous ones.
Yeah.
They could have. All right. Here we go. This one's a long one.
Oh, Lord.
It's 3 microphones, so they say it's difficult. She said, I knew that when I didn't want to cheat. You ain't cheating. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. In recent times, have I declared the depth of my love to you? Recently, have I articulated you hold an irreplaceable significance in my world? I am prepared to fulfill your desires like a wishing whale. Simply express your wishes to me.
Have I told you I love you?
What's the name of the song and who's the artist?
Is it Lately?
It's Lately. Who's the artist?
Tyrese.
There you go.
Yes, there we go. Great teamwork.
Yeah.
Did y'all see what he was wearing at the Norfolk State game?
Wait,
did you see what he was wearing?
Because we actually need to add him as a topic. Because he's genius. He has a movie dropping. He's so smart. Tyrese.
He didn't say anything about the daggone movie.
He doesn't have to. Everyone has all their eyes on Tyrese right now. Because not even just because of the singing, him acting a fool on The Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah, I'm crying.
And then something else happened, and then they just announced his movie, and I'm like,
smart.
They asked him to tell us a little bit about the movie. This man gonna talk about some people 35 need to hurry up and get their tickets so they ain't sitting on the front row with their girl. They need to get hurt. Like, dude, we know how to use our phones to buy a ticket. And my thing is, I haven't heard anything about this movie, so
me either.
I be there.
I don't even know what it's about.
It has what's his face in it from
exactly
Good Guys, Goodfellas.
Ray Liotta. It's his last movie from his death since he passed away.
Did we ever talk about how sad I was when he died?
I've never been that big of a a fan. So
I
it
didn't
was
watch
the eyeliner for me always just was weird to me. I don't know what it was.
I don't think he had eyeliner on. That
The
man just
eyeliner.
had beautiful eyes.
He had eyeliner on,
You're
girl.
hater. I
He
love
had
you.
permanently tattooed eyeliner. And it was weird. It just made his eyes look really small in there. I don't know what
But
it
what
was.
makes me sad is that Tyrese is actually a really great singer. And
He is.
his
He's
actions
talented.
make me forget that. Like,
Yeah.
Tyrese has hits.
He was
And
wearing
put-
plaid red and black pants.
and put on a fake beard talking
And
about
put on a
Marvin Gaye is cussing us all out right now.
Oh my God.
How dare you?
last one, y'all. Last one. This one's fun. Exercise caution in placing trust in one with a prominent buttock and a smiling demeanor. That woman is harmful or detrimental.
Boys, blah. New edition.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
Belle Biv DeVoe. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Poison.
Yes, man. Y'all did good.
It's not.
Yeah, I
Claps
say
up
you
for that.
know what she meant.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Right.
I didn't know what you meant. But no, good
He's
job,
so
guys.
extra.
Y'all did really good at that game. Like I said, the game is called What's the Hook? Great
That was
party
a good
game to
one.
play with you and your friends. They have songs going all back to the 80s in here. It's a really thick pack of cards too. So like
Can we play it again next week?
we can absolutely play it again next week. All right, let's get to what we were talking about today. Before we get to our main topic of our black men more scared of marriage than or fatherhood, we got to talk about some black dissertation topics. It was a little trend going on Instagram that I saw. I think it started was it TikTok or was it Twitter where it started?
TikTok.
It was TikTok. And I decided, we decided to do some of our own. If we didn't do one of our own, we're going to just talk about stuff the black community is doing that we don't know why we're doing. So, Kay, did you do any black dissertations? Did you write any down?
I'm just going to go by what you
one
guys
and
did.
I'll think of one.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Once you
So
start
I
talking,
only did two. So my first one is I don't care, babe, whatever you pick. That's the title. Subtitle is a look at disingenuous acceptance of the choices of black men in relationships in regard to food.
oh my God.
That's my first one.
You are traumatized.
I'm just saying. Sick of it. And then my second one was, but do you see where I am coming from? And look into the failure of black women to admit when they were wrong.
Oh my God.
Did we talk about this already? Like
I'm just saying.
weeks ago.
I'm just
I remember
saying.
commenting
Who
on
hurt you?
I'm just saying. Y'all had a chance to write topics and you didn't. So
it wouldn't be about men.
Hey, it's about anything in the black community. There's black community stuff.
Okay, so what is the first one about the whole food thing? Let me know. Whatever you say is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do that, so I don't know, because I can't, because I have to eat specific, so it doesn't really apply to me. So it's not like I'm gonna say, oh, whatever you get, because it's not gonna work for me.
You're a rose in a field of weeds, girl.
I don't.
Rose in a field of weeds.
That's my only out though, is because I don't eat a lot of stuff. We only got but a few options, so so I can't really speak on why.
Why? Never mind. Can they see? They can. Why do I have the logo in the corner and it keeps hiding my face?
I don't know.
But y'all don't.
I have no idea. It just gave it to you. It didn't give it to me. I don't know why. You're
That's
important. You're the famous one. You getting all the like sponsorships and stuff. I bring you on. Like I just work for you at this point. What was the one I was gonna say? There was one that came to my mind earlier. Now I can't remember it. This is it was why can't you look first? A treatise on the fact that women still won't put the toilet seat down on their own.
Who don't put the toilet seat down?
Yeah, that's.
There's still.
I get really irritated if I have to, which is very rare.
And that's the thing. It's like we have to when it's up and we find it in the up position and we need it down. We still.
But why would a woman put the toilet?
Right? Why would it be up ever with a woman?
I have many questions.
Because you're in the house with men in your house.
But no,
you would have
you're
left it
missing
up.
what we're saying.
And you're outnumbered, so really you're putting them at a disadvantage by keeping it
but
down.
what I'm saying is, why would the toilet seat be up after me?
Right. It wouldn't.
Because he don't want to pee all on the seat.
No, I'm saying after I've used the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to lift the toilet seat when I use the bathroom. So why would it be lifted up when he comes back in? It should automatically be down.
But if he should forget to put it back down, just put it back down.
I mean, that's fine, but it depends on, like, there was a girl that I knew. She was a former friend, so I could talk shit. I don't care. Her man,
A former friend.
her man would never put the toilet seat down, and he would pee it everywhere and just be trifling.
See, that's annoying. Yeah, that's
yeah. But
my
besides
thing
that,
is,
it's like,
why are men peeing everywhere still?
Yeah, what is that? Like, more importantly, why is your aim out on? And if it's not, why you don't? There's tissue. Like,
that's a whole other conversation because
And then the other one is she's not mad for nothing. A story on how you got caught cheating and you don't want to take credit for it. That's my other one that's for the fellas.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, what you want me to say?
Yeah.
That's a y'all problem.
So, are there anything?
I have one.
Oh, go.
The keys are okay. A look into how if you lose your parents' keys, no one will have access to their house.
What?
Good one.
You never heard your parents be like, "Now people gonna get my house if you lose."
Oh yeah, if you lose a key on it, like they're gonna magically match it back to your house.
They're gonna look and say, "This is the Mayfield household."
Yes, literally nobody knows where you live.
Like my dad changed all the locks on the house. I'm like, bro, like we lost that key 2 cities over, and you.
Like, a lot of things are just a lack of common sense.
Yeah,
and they just scared us into believing it. Like that doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't. Like,
ask any questions.
You can't.
Like, okay.
You can't you can't take a bath or a shower while it's storming outside.
Or
why?
Because you're wasting water.
Or the phone.
Yeah.
Or nobody said the phone to me.
We couldn't use the phone.
We couldn't use the phone when the storm.
Well, I wasn't really allowed on the phone in general, but that's interesting.
When y'all were did y'all want that clear phone? Did y'all want that clear phone too?
Oh, where you can see through it. It has all like the internal thing. Yeah.
Can I share a moment of transparency when it comes to the phone? I actually have a traumatizing experience with phones. I was not allowed to be on the phone, so I would have to like really sneak. And if I got caught, I would get in so much trouble, which is why now when people call me on the phone, I get really angry because I do not like being on the phone.
Interesting.
Why weren't you allowed to be on the phone?
I couldn't tell you. My parents were
they're just trying to keep you from sinning. That's why they sent you Hallelujah. They're trying to keep you from sinning. They knew something.
Well, back then, if you were on the phone, your parent could just pick up on the other line. You couldn't even really be sneaky because you can't be on the phone at 2 a.m. You're somebody gonna know you on the phone. Like you can't sneak around.
Oh, and my mother, she would just get right on the internet. Like I swear, she would wait till like the phone rang to get on the internet. I'm like,
on purpose.
Oh yeah. Oh, Kristen's right. You also had to sit and steal in thunderstorms. Yep, my grandma.
Yes, but that's for because we got to be quiet and
let God speak. Let God speak and do what He can.
Amen.
Always in the middle of your favorite cartoon too. You always talking when I gotta watch.
Network is on. Rest in peace.
Cartoon Network's still here. Just the website is down.
But they're not making any new.
That's not true.
That's not true.
No, they just
I don't
closed.
watch anything new on content.
Honestly, I don't even watch
anyway.
Cartoon, so. They
caught the. Oh, speaking of that, there's a show on there that is crazy. It's they look like bunny rabbits, but like the backgrounds are all real life, but the characters are like animated. I don't know the name of this show.
Acid is what these people are on.
But let me tell you, them adult jokes they be dropping in there. It was like a balloon in a bathroom. And he was deflated. He was like, I can't go back out there. I can't show myself like this. I'm gonna need your help. And like fan the little bottom of the balloon at that dude.
What?
That's why our parents didn't let us watch this when we were younger.
And I'm just like, my parents were scared of Ren and Stimpy and like The Simpsons and those things. These kids
that was fresh. Ren and Stimpy was fresh too.
Ren and Stimpy was terrible.
You know what's crazy? TV was like the only thing that my parents were not strict about.
That was where you get the worst.
There was a lot.
We didn't watch The Simpsons, but I definitely loved Ren and Stimpy.
I loved Ren and Stimpy. But
I used to watch HBO. That's when you could sneak and watch HBO and.
When it hit about 10 o'clock.
Kristen said, my mom would unplug my phone line from her room in the middle of my calls. Gee.
Oh my God.
Yeah. See?
I feel like our parents were so mean to us for no reason. Like me and my sister,
that's why I'm in therapy
all the time. Like, yeah, why are you like what everything was no, you can't, it don't even make sense. They just say no. Like it's so
because they were raised on fear.
Yeah. And it was like
no trauma is real with our parents because they
sitting back like
see, kids today never had to worry about dial-up, like dealing with dial-up and all that. And it was a struggle just to get to the point where you hear you got mail like that. You knew you were successful, and right when they get off, somebody might call. Somebody might call
just because they don't want you on the phone. Just because they
And
don't want
Jesus
you on the
might
phone.
come back in a few seconds, but as of right now, I want to use the internet.
No, our parents
Like,
did a lot of stuff that made absolutely no sense.
if
Like,
they can call back,
I hate
we got
calls.
an answering machine. They can leave a message. Like, why
nope.
do I?
And we
Oh my
wasn't doing
gosh.
nothing either.
He wasn't even doing
We
that.
really weren't.
No.
Tierra says watching kids shows now we grew up with be having so many hidden messages. Oh yeah.
Oh
Even
yeah, it's a
Looney
lot.
Tunes was bad. Looney Tunes was bad.
I'd
Disney
be
was bad. I don't know.
cackling. When I was pregnant, I watched all of SpongeBob. Me and Trevor were dying.
Oh, SpongeBob is funny. SpongeBob is
The
mad.
first 4 seasons of SpongeBob are probably undefeated in their
So
jokes.
good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like,
good. So
you go
good.
back and look now, I'm like, I can't believe they said that. Like,
Yeah, like they got away with saying this on
They
TV.
did.
and SpongeBob just celebrated 25 years. That's crazy. I do think it needs to end.
No,
show
I
needs
love
to
that it's
end.
generational.
End it. End it. I
It's like
watched like
Does
an
it look the
episode.
same or are the graphics different?
The
Does it
graphics
look
are upgraded and
It's
stuff,
different.
but
It's different storylines.
but it's so
Okay.
dumbed down now as to what it was. Even the creators wanted it to end. The creator wanted
fair.
it to end, and then
Well, then
once
why
you
did you
sold the
come out and
property,
say that SpongeBob was autistic
well, he died. That wasn't him. The creators didn't say that. Like,
or the voice?
yes, the voice said that. So
I didn't really understand.
yeah, there was no need to say that. But trying to appease you gotta appease everybody these days. Make it.
I mean, it makes sense, but I just
Mhm.
didn't. It's a sponge.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, but how do we get on Ren and Stimpy?
Not being able to watch certain
Oh
shows.
yeah, not being able to watch stuff and like so kids today, man, when you got internet at the touch of your fingers now, like y'all have no idea. Like, and then I'm one of like a whole bunch of siblings, so like just getting internet time was like
Yeah.
going to the library to get on the internet. Like,
Oh, that's a
They
time.
block everything I'm trying to do.
yeah,
Yeah,
going
for
to the
real.
library, period.
Okay.
Like 10 cents to print something per page.
They were really charging our young behinds
I know.
money.
I had to take $1 to print stuff off.
It's something, and normally it was something normal. It wasn't nothing crazy
Yeah.
we were printing out. So
It was just normal forms or something you need to print or something like that. And then I worked at the library as a volunteer, so I could get free print.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
so you can
The
get
IB
free
program made you volunteer somewhere, and I just volunteered at the
So
library.
you can get what?
So I could get free printing. So when I printed my reports and stuff, I didn't have to pay no money.
That's a shame.
Childhood trauma brought us here.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. This is that childhood trauma.
It sure did. But speaking of trauma, let's get on to our main
Speaking of
topic. So I don't know if y'all watched the Funky it's called Funky Friday, I believe. Cam Newton's podcast. I've liked his podcast. I believe Cam Newton is one of those players who definitely got a raw deal. He was a generational talent. He was an NFL MVP, went to a Super Bowl, but he played for a team with a really bad offensive line, and he got a lot of injuries because of it. And he was basically on a team that thought he could do everything and make everything happen. Got traded away for a trash quarterback that ended up being trash, and went to the Patriots, and then found his way back to the Panthers for a little bit. And it was like a little bit of a spread of a revival. It was nice to see. But since then, even though he has not retired from the league, he has been out of the league. And so he started it seems like all the players are starting podcasts, which I love because it gives us an in-depth look at the game from people who actually play it, not all these talking heads who 60-something years old and never laced up cleats
Shannon
ever.
and Steven was stressing me out this morning.
Yeah, Shannon's a mogul now though, so it's like
he should leave.
I don't know why he's on.
That's what I said. He should just leave.
I like Stephen A. Smith giving him the opportunity to do it, but also Shannon was big enough that he didn't need a show now to stand up with him.
It's like you did this nice thing for your friend.
Yeah. Nah, peace.
Yeah.
Sure.
But anyway, he said some controversial things. But he is on his most recent podcast with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. I think I'm saying that right, Cheyenne Bryant. And they were discussing the fact that he has 8 kids with, I think, 5 baby mamas. 3 baby mamas.
He wants more.
And he was saying how he wants more. He just wants God to add more to it.
he said, just bless him. And I'm like,
Yeah, just bless him. Boy, you doing the
God ain't
pumping.
got nothing.
God ain't got nothing to do with your pumps.
Got nothing to do with it.
He ain't got nothing to do with your pumps. That was a choice. God gave you choice. I was. But God gave you choice and you chose to procreate. Like it's not like kids just don't happen. They come from a situation.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, he was saying how he just wanted more. And finally, Cam got checked on this.
Red for filth.
Red for filth in the most polite way I've ever seen.
Yes,
I don't know if you guys watched
very
it.
Eloquent, very
Beautiful.
yes.
What up, Darnell? I don't know if y'all watched it, but Cam was basically saying, you know, I want more kids. And she's like, whatever you want to call it, you're creating broken homes.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought one of the best points she made, and it's something I've been saying, is just because you financially contribute to a household or to your children does not make you an active father or make the woman you had kids with not a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Fatherhood isn't finances.
Mm-hmm.
Fatherhood is emotional support. Fatherhood is, you know, teaching, nurturing, like helping your kids mature. And just because you have money and means to provide clothing, food, opportunities, and you know, and entertainment doesn't make you a dad. And I feel like somewhere in the Black community in man, like we've always tied, and I'm not going to say this is women's fault or anything like that. We have a lot of times tied the value of men to their wallets.
Mm-hmm. I would say men in general, not even just our community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we've tied the value and the worth of a man to his wallet to the point where now if he has kids, he doesn't even see the value of him having to actually be there. He just has to provide.
Yeah.
And make sure the kid doesn't go hungry.
Mm-hmm.
So the question was asked, like, do men fear fatherhood more than marriage, or do they fear marriage more? And I was just wondering, I wanted to have some men on, but it just didn't work out today. But I was wondering from a woman's perspective, like, do you feel like in your dating lives, have you dealt with men that felt like as long as they were paying and doing stuff, they were good relationship partners and they were good, you know, but they lacked real commitment when it came to like emotional intelligence or being supportive? Kay, you can start.
Yeah, I would say so. I would just say in general, I don't think it's just Black men that have that that belief that, oh, if I pay the bills, that's all I got to do. I think it's across the board with men. A lot of men want to be fathers because they want the fun part of having a kid, and I'm going to go out and throw baseball around, like all the fun stuff, but all the midnight feedings, the diaper changes, the crying, the packing of bags, like all that stuff. They don't want anything to do with that. They want the fun part. They want the fun dad. That's why, like, it's always like the mom is like the mean parent or whatever, and dad is like, I know even with me, that's how I felt. Like my mom was the meanie and my dad was the fun parent. But my parents were divorced, so my dad obviously is the fun parent because obviously you go over there on the weekends, you're just having fun, you're not really doing anything, there's no structure, whereas your primary parent has all the structure. So I do feel like a lot of men want the fun part of being a parent, but they don't want the structure or the having to provide mentally, physically, emotionally for the mother of their children too, not even just their child. I feel like if you're married or whatever, like the woman that you get pregnant is going to have your child. So you need to take as much stress off of her as you possibly can. Like if she got to work like up until her 8.5 month pregnancy, make it easier for her. Like she should not have to do all this stuff. I'm just saying, she don't have to do all this stuff. Like she's carrying your child. The more stress on her, the more stress on the baby. So she don't need to be chasing around you and, you know, you not holding up your part of the deal. Like it should not be like that. And I feel like men are just so quick to do that because they want a kid. They don't really want you. They just want the kid, kind of, because they don't really want the kid. I mean, because if he wants legacy. Yes, if Cam Newton wanted kids, you can go adopt. There's plenty of kids out there that need a home.
Hello?
You don't want to adopt. You want to have a relationship with somebody and have her put on the burden. You don't really want to have a child like that.
I feel like, and we're going to get to you, Janelle, I feel like Cam needs to realize he's wealthy. Mm-hmm. And that changes your experience with 8 kids versus someone who is not wealthy with 8 kids. You think you're doing all this because you got the finances to do all this. But if you were not Cam Newton, you would be in the trenches right now. Like
struggling.
Your existence and this happy little blessings wouldn't feel too blessed right now if you were not Cam Newton. And I think he doesn't realize that. Janelle, What are your thoughts?
This is hard for me because I think I really like Cam Newton. I know he'd be doing a lot. I think he's an acquired taste, but I always respected him as a football player, how he gives back to the Black community, how he gives back to Black kids. I just always had respect for him. And listening to him talk made me think of one of my friends growing up who started having children pretty young. And she would say the reason she wanted to continue to have children, continue, was because they gave her unconditional love that a man or nobody else could give her.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my first thought when he was saying, like, his kids are wonderful. I mean, he could say nothing but amazing things about his kids. I mean, of course you can. You, again, you're wealthy and you can be there when you feel like it. Correct. But I do believe that his kids are probably phenomenal, and he really does feel like they're blessings. And they do look up to him like, that's Cam Newton is my dad.
Yeah.
And I think that he thrives off of that. But that's his trauma screaming. Like, he needs love. And he's putting that responsibility on kids. Because maybe he doesn't love himself enough. Maybe his parents, like his dad, played in the NFL. Like, maybe his dad wasn't available all the time. I don't know. But it was definitely, to me, screaming like, there's some voids that you're trying to fill with children. And when you snap out of it and realize you done really made some poor choices, you have a lot of kids that are going to have a lot of questions, a lot of mixed emotions, a lot of confusion, and there's going to be, you already have 8.
Yeah. And a lot of them are close in age too. And that's where the real problem's going to come in when they start doing sports and activities and they want you there and you're pulled in every direction. Like, how are you going to make this right with them?
You're not. I feel like kids should not be born with a job. And when your kid is born with a job, I'm going to have this kid and you're going to love me and you're going to do this and you're going to do that. And then some kids, they not, you know what I mean? Because then that's how they have the strange relationships from parents. Yeah. Like when your kid is born with a job, it's like that is their job. And if they don't fulfill that, then you're not going to really like them. You're going to have another one and another one and another one.
I think that's where the fear of marriage comes in. But I think the problem is it's not so much a fear, it's a misconception of what it really is. I think men fear marriage because we feel like women can switch on us. Woman, that you love me, but if I'm not providing the things that you used to, or say I lose my job,
people in his position.
I'm just saying people in his position.
Okay.
Or I was like, that could definitely.
People in his position, or it can be us too, in our positions where you feel like, what if I lost my job today and I'm making this amount of money and she's cool with that, and I lost my job today and I could get a job that did this, would she stay by my side? I know if I have a kid, that kid's gonna love me regardless, because if I'm doing everything right as a dad, like he's gonna love me as unconditional. But your woman can switch on you and switch up. Oh, I'm not feeling it. I don't want to ride this way. I want to do that. So that creates a fear of, okay, I have to keep up a certain level to, first of all, to even date you. Men have to be at a certain level. All women have a standard. Whatever it is, it's a standard. Whether some of them are fair or not, that's the standard. So one, it creates an onus on the guys. Guys, be very smart with who you pick to be with. Like, if she fine and everything, if you see what her standards are that she wants, dinners every weekend and Lamborghini rides, don't get with her if you can't provide that, because in the end you're gonna hurt yourself. But if I should fall out of the station that I'm in life, will she stick with me, or is she gonna become combative if I can't, do all the things that she's used to? With my kids, if I have a kid and I'm doing everything right, kids just love you. They're gonna naturally love you, have fun with you, and be there. So I don't know if it's so much of a fear of being married. It's much more of a fear of marrying the wrong person and then creating a life with them and then it not working out. Now, me coming from a home where I watched 2 people be married that should not have been married anymore. That was my biggest fear. I love the idea. I know I want to be married. Like, I want to be married. I want to have a great life. But I watched a marriage that I knew I did not want. So it made me very selective with who I date and want to spend my time with, because that's a forever commitment. Like, when the kids gone and everything, like I'm gonna be with this person, and is she gonna change on me? So I don't know if it's fear or just a misconception of like what marriage is really supposed to be. Go ahead.
So a few things. Number one, I don't think Cam's thinking like that at all. I don't think he's in love or has loved any woman that he's reproduced with. I believe that he just found her attractive enough to get hard and ejaculate inside of her. I don't think he actually understands what it means to truly love someone as your partner. It's very easy to create a kid. On the other side of that, I understand what you're saying. I have to say that I did not understand that men could be so involved until I met Trevor. So I went 20 plus years thinking the man is the financial provider. That's basically all you have to do. And everything else is probably going to be on me, which is why I was not looking to create a family, nothing like that. Until I met Trevor, who is very much like, when I watch Trevor be a father, it literally fills the voids of what I miss from my dad. My dad is a very hard worker. My dad made sure to provide us with the best life possible. But that meant that he was not sitting down with me on the couch teaching me how to read or doing these things. Like, Trevor has Zaire really into math. And sometimes I'm just sitting there like, you're just so devoted to being a father. When Zaire was first born, Trevor would just get up. It wasn't a question. It wasn't a stressor, nothing. He would just get up and do. Or he would be like, you go to bed. I'll take him. Like, it just came second nature to him. Sometimes I'm very jealous because I think it came quicker to him than me. So I feel like it's possible, but I think that before we decide to have serious commitments to anything, we need to be working on ourselves. Like, before we decide to have kids, and I know that things just happen, but if you are truly deciding to bring another person to this life, into this world, are you okay? Like, for real, are you actually okay? Not like, oh, I'm making money and my hair looks good today and my skin looks good and my car is nice. No. What was your childhood like? What did that look like? How is this going to impact your kid? And I think that because society has pushed us to think we're supposed to hurry up, get married, have kids, and create this family, people are forgetting, like, you have to be cool before you reproduce.
Yeah. And that's why I say therapy is so important, man. Because when I went to therapy, it was basically on some of these issues. It was like, and once we start unpack like my childhood and things I saw, what I thought a relationship was, like, my dad was extremely hard worker through kidney disease, through dialysis. He went, dialysis 3 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock he at work, all the way to 6 o'clock. Like, and I saw that as, this is what I have to do to be valued by my significant other. And if I'm not sacrificing and putting myself through the ringer and going without and doing, then I'm failing as a man. And then it just like, and that sounds like stupid, like saying it now to me, because I've healed from that. But it's like the fact that what you see in your childhood can be so ingrained in you and color your whole perspective of dating is absolutely crazy, to the point where my therapist was just like, what if someone just loved you because of who you were? Like, literally, that's how she said it. She was like,
"Those be the things that I just start."
And she was like, what if you? Right. Yeah, she's just like, what if you were just cool enough as you are that someone was just like, I mess with you, like the long way. We gonna be cool. Not what you do, not where you work, just you. And that was just like, it sounded like a foreign language to me at the time. I was like, well, I got nothing going on. And like, but sometimes what you don't think you have going on can be the most attractive thing to somebody.
Yeah, that's true. I also feel like on the other side of that coin is you don't want to be seen as just a paycheck, but when you carry yourself as just a paycheck, that's all you're going to be, right? So for years, a man could just like come home with a paycheck. I don't got to do nothing else. All I got to do is work here. That's it. All I got to do is work. But that's you. Like, you should be doing more. But if you present yourself as, well, I'm working, so that's it, then that's all you're going to be used for. So you can't be mad when you present money. And present a paycheck. If you want to come to the table with more than a paycheck, then you have to come to the table with more than a paycheck. You gotta
absolutely,
mentally,
or find someone. There are women or other people who want to. I know plenty of stay-at-home moms that like, I don't want to do nothing. You just bring me the check. I will do everything. I'll cook. I'll clean. I'll handle these kids. You just bring me my money.
You're gonna eat chicken Alfredo every night. No, they don't. You gonna eat that chicken
But
Alfredo with that
there are
Texas
some women
toast.
that have no desire to do more than what they're doing, right? So if
Right.
that's
And there's
sitting
some women that
home,
do it well.
taking care of kids, cooking food, whatever, then that's what they want to do. Then you need to find somebody who's like that, not a woman that's going to want to work and have her own money and
Thank you.
whatever, like have a
Yeah.
partnership. Then you don't need to date a girl like that.
But
You
that's
go
the
date a
thing,
girl
man.
that's okay.
I think men and women both need to just unplug from the social media narratives, because the algorithms, man, will have you believe.
Oh my God.
They will have you believing that all women want a 6-figure dude,
We do.
and that if you don't get your shut up,
and 6 feet. Don't forget about 6 feet too.
and
He
6
gotta be
feet tall, and you got to be 6 feet tall, and you got to have a beard, and you got to have chains, or you got to have a charger or whatever car they need you to have.
They end up divorcing.
And they end up divorcing, and then all these couples, man, like, just because you married does not make you a good
No, say it again.
couple
Say it
or a
again.
goal
to be given, or a goal to be given
You should
advice.
never want to be a goal.
No.
I'm gatekeeping my relationship. I don't want y'all to think
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
what worked
anybody's
for
goal.
you worked for y'all, because that was the specific situation and environment for you two to thrive. Period. What other people are doing, you may give a tip here or there about some communications, but everybody out here is experts now. And it has so many people either, one, believing that marriage is this fairy tale that you're either gonna just love and enjoy all the time, or two, that marriage is just out of your reach because nobody's real with their marriages anymore.
Right.
And instead of realizing that you hold the key to all that,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of work you put into it, the amount of care and love like you put into anything else, that's what keeps a relationship going. Ain't all these fancy tips and tricks. It's up to you if you
I
want
don't
something.
even know where these tips be coming from. I'm
Me
just
either.
like,
The
why would you think
expectations. I'm
that?
like, who even asked for
Yeah.
that?
Right,
Like,
y'all
who
should do
wants
this.
that?
Yeah.
What? No, I do enjoy when people will speak from their own experiences,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
say, like, this actually worked for us. Outside of that,
Yeah.
I don't know why people think like just because I got a ring, I can now tell you the top 10 ways to be a great wife.
Yeah.
And people without a ring or without a relationship, they be the main ones giving all of it. Now you can speak from your own experience, yes. But when you are preaching this thing and this is how you get a husband, it's like, okay, so why you ain't got one? This is how you get a wife. You got the formula. All the guy, you got this, and it. If what you're offering is so easy, why you don't have?
Because they say, because I choose to be.
I mean, it's
And
what
that's
men
what they are
do.
saying.
Like all those guys
Well,
who be
then
like,
you can-
you got to be like this. None of them are married. None of them have girlfriends.
Mm-mm.
They're all by themselves. So they don't have the answer. So like, stop listening to them.
They be like,
They
because
don't have
But also outside of social media, I'm a firm believer that if you are longing for a relationship or you're in a relationship, you have to be careful with people. There are plenty of people who will sit up here. I have friends who they can't stand men. Men done piss them off. And sometimes I got to remove myself from the group chat for a couple of days because they're so upset. It really is what you take in. It's so fascinating to me that as a society, like a lot of people depend on what other people are doing just to be. Like I find that to be crazy.
But see, and that's the only thing I was gonna say about men fearing marriage and stuff. A lot of men, especially in our generation, didn't grow up in 2-parent households and stuff like that.
Yep.
And so they don't know how to process love correctly because their moms, like, and no offense to single moms, sometimes y'all treat y'all sons like they your spouse. So they never learn how to properly process relationships because they've been in a relationship with you.
Ooh.
Unfortunately. And I don't say that in a nasty way, and I hope y'all don't jump on it.
No, you're absolutely right.
I've seen it too many times where moms be like, he the man in the house. No, he's not. Like, that is your child that you're supposed to take care of. He's a child. He has no responsibility for the safety of this abode. That is your job. Because you lay down with his daddy.
He don't have he should not be in charge of
I don't need to date. My son makes me happy. Like, what?
That's weird. You need
That's
to date.
weird. You need help.
Right.
It's so fascinating how many parents don't understand that it is not the child's job to do. I actually had this conversation with my own parent, and I was like, my parents have been asking me a lot of questions because they know I'm in therapy. They want to build a better relationship. Y'all know, like my relationship with my parents has been up and down. So they've been asking a lot of questions. I'm like, okay, y'all asking me these questions. I'm gonna tell you the answers. And I can't remember exactly what the topic was, but I had to let my mother know I'm not responsible. Zaire is not responsible for how my day goes. If I have an awful day, it has nothing to do with him. He doesn't need to come in the room and do this and sit with me and make me feel better. Come sit in here. Mommy had a bad day. I don't even want him to know that. If he happens to see like something's wrong, I will express to him in a way that I'm teaching him how to share his emotions.
Yeah.
But the burdens we place on kids is crazy.
Yeah.
They can't even count yet, and y'all be talking to them like they gonna.
Well,
you.
They could count if y'all would count with them instead of focusing on your issues.
And apparently they're going to school in diapers still. Apparently that's the thing. But anyway,
I don't even.
But what I was gonna say is, so they don't learn how to they don't learn how to love properly. So then when they get with a woman and they start feeling the emotions of love, they get scared because they realize that when you fall in love with somebody, you kind of give up a little bit of yourself. And they've never had to experience that because their mom has been feeling this pseudo relationship role for them. And so now they expect this girl to be like their mama, and then the whole relationship goes to hell. So I really feel like Cam is just very disingenuous with himself.
Yeah.
He says his dad was his superhero and all these things.
I mean, if my dad played for the NFL.
Yeah, but like they see you as he's like, they look at me like I'm a superhero right now.
Yeah, wait till they're like
how his dad was.
And they
can't. But he said his dad was amazing and this amazing father who did all this. Like, so I don't understand. Like,
I was gonna say, on the other side of mothers sometimes being overbearing, there are single fathers or fathers who are more present in the son's life and telling them like, you get you all them women, son. You need to get all them women. Like they're proud that
cool. Yeah, it's cool.
It's like my dad said. Down 35 women.
Yeah, and I mean, if we can go there, they rather than go with women than go the other way. That's part of it. I don't want to say it, but I'll say
it. Because they're so scared.
They're so scared that their son is going to turn out to like other men, so they just push women on them.
Yeah,
but that's another conversation for another day. So
now my dad told me when I went to the Air Force, he said, look, he said, and I was dating at the time when I went in. I thought I was gonna marry that girl, but he said, he said, there's a lot of fish out there.
That's true.
He said,
you've been laughing because of the situation.
He said, there's a lot of fish out there. He said, and you've been living in a bowl right now.
Right. Why didn't you listen? Was this before or after?
Oh, this was back in 2012, man. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and, get my life started.
Wait, was this before or after you asked the question?
Oh, this was way before.
Oh, so dad was looking into the future.
He saw everything. He said, boy, you think what you feel is love right now. He said, go out in the ocean a little bit, cast your net a few times and come back to me see if you ain't found nothing else. Boy, life changed. But he never said like get with every girl you see or anything like that. It was more so of like there's some things you're gonna have to go experience in life, but learn to be responsible about it.
Yeah.
And he would always say, don't ever make a woman feel a certain way about you, knowing that you have no intention with her.
Yeah.
He was like, that's the worst thing you can ever do. And so, I've tried to always live by that. But I just hate seeing single mothers, and I know you're doing the best you can, but the stuff y'all put on these young boys to do, like, and to fill the void for y'all is just
not always single.
Oh.
It can just be mothers in general, because I think I've told y'all there is a phase where your son is in love with you and you're supposed to literally it happened with Zaire around like 3. He was just so in love with me because it's some type of hormone or something, and you're supposed to then start bridging that gap.
Yeah,
but it's definitely it's not just single.
Like, I think it's weird
because there's people married who ain't happy with their men. Sorry.
Because let's be honest, us fellas, we've gone on dates with girls because at our age, most of the women my age have kids now. Everybody's starting to have kids. So I knew when I was in the dating phases, like I'm gonna probably have to date somebody who got a kid at some point. Like, and the doctor that was on the show, Dr. Brian, she was like she wouldn't date men with kids, and I was kind of like, then your dating pool is kind of shallow to me. I mean, but I get why she doesn't do it because there's a lot of stuff to deal with, and you just negate all that. But I think it's weird when parents still have kids that are like 7, 8, and they laying up in the bed with them all the time. I think there's you need to create a boundary of this is my space and this is your space. Like, because their kids be still sleeping in the bed with them at 7, 8 years old, like waking up. Like, that's weird to me. At a certain day. I don't know.
Zaire don't sleep in our bed at all. That never happened. Period. I set that boundary when he was born. But like I was the same way, but I do realize there are still a lot of kids that age that just have a lot of issues. But it really, I think, is up to the parent. I don't know. Yeah. I'm a firm believer that's me and my husband's intimate place.
Yeah.
And
it's okay to create boundaries with your kids. Like, period.
Yeah.
I dare you to slide. I dare you to slide my door open at 1 a.m. First of all, you're gonna see something you don't need to see. Second of all,
why aren't they sleeping?
I'm just saying, I can't sleep. Well, you better find a way.
Mm-hmm.
You better find a way. Like, I think we don't do a good job with building that independence in kids these days. Like, and I know we're trying not to be who our parents were, because like we said, our parents were mean for no reason.
Mad mean.
For no reason.
Not understanding, not wanting to talk to you.
Not at all. Everybody got an attitude. Everybody tired, and I'm the reason they tired. And I'm like, I was at school all day.
You crying? I'm gonna give you something to cry about. Like, come on.
Abuse.
Abuse, for real. There was no like, oh, when you get off from school today, let's look at some ice cream. None of that. It was just like, you go to school, you do your homework, and that's it. Like, there's no playtime. Like,
don't turn on that TV.
Or don't praise for doing well. You're supposed to do this.
Oh, yeah. You're supposed to do this. Yeah.
I remember that, man. My brother, boy, he was terrible at math, man. And he brought his grade up. And I remember he was so happy. He came to the dinner table. He was like, he went to the extra tutoring. He brought it up from like a D to, I think, a B. And my dad was like, so you want me to clap for you for something you could have been doing the whole time?
See?
And I could see the look in his face. And I was just like, wow.
And that hurts your feelings, because I could say similar things about my mom. Like, you just be so excited to tell them something. Like, oh my God, like whatever happened at school. Well, you need to get in there and do them dishes. Like, okay, never mind.
You need to clean that room.
Right. Now I'm not excited to share things.
You depressed. You need to depress that vacuum on the floor.
Like, now I don't want to share anything. And now I'm like, okay, well, now I'll just keep it to myself.
Now that I'm grown, I don't want to share anything.
Did y'all have an allowance? Did y'all get allowance?
No, I get no damn allowance.
No, I get no allowance.
I asked my dad for an allowance, man.
I got a job at 12 years old. That's
I was working when I was 16.
I will say my dad changed his mind on it later when he got older, but it was like, yeah, the world ain't nice. That was one. I was like, Dad, all my friends be getting allowances and stuff. And he was like, I allow you to live here.
Oh, yeah.
I allow you to eat.
And I'm just like,
I allow you to turn on my lights. I'm like, you made me. First of all, I'm 6 of 7. How many did you want?
My thing is, if you thought that bringing someone into this world and giving them the basic necessities gives you kudo points, y'all should have just not had kids.
Yeah, talking about something. Y'all don't understand how much money we spend. You didn't have to keep pumping. This was your fault.
To this day, I often get like, we sacrifice so much, and I'm like, I literally never asked. I was not that kid that asked for much. I was like, I've never asked.
Me either.
And when you say sacrifice, you're saying, oh, you signed my Parent Plus loan for school?
Right.
Like, thanks.
Right.
But then when they couldn't do it, pray about it. Just go ahead and pray about it. Anyway, it was like, you brought me here, and now I got to struggle because you ain't got this and that.
This is why
I'm thankful for being here.
Or we got to struggle because they struggle.
Yeah.
They know they can make our lives easier. They refuse to because, I had to struggle. So, okay, but
struggling for,
I
hate that. Struggling for struggling's sake.
Yes,
like, why do I have
for struggling's sake. Like, okay, you have
to
help me out here. You charging me rent. You doing
when I went through, I had to make it my own way. And how did that
Parents
shape you?
Charging their kids rent, unless I understand situations, but for the most part, if I say you can come home, that means you can come home.
Yeah.
Now about that. You can come home and be in school.
No, you have to be doing something.
You gotta be doing something. But I think I'm gonna have a cutoff age because you ain't gonna be in my house at 30. I'm gonna tell you that. If you are, if you are, you paying rent. You paying half of what rent would be. I'm just saying, because you ain't gonna be just eating at my house at home. And because what if I want to like?
What if they're trying to save to buy a house?
Now, if they're actively saving up, that's fine. But you can still put a little towards the light bill. You can still put a little towards. That is a totally different situation.
But it's a situation.
But that's you found out you had what?
That's a sickness you can't control.
2 years ago, I found out I had breast cancer.
Oh, okay.
And
that's a totally different situation.
But my parents were not involved.
Well, that's
And you know what they
I'm
said?
not gonna say what I would say because I respect
No,
your
but
parents.
it was.
But
I want you to figure it out.
that's a totally different situation.
That's crazy.
I'm saying if my kid is saving up to buy a house, absolutely. Because I feel like Black people, we always want to put our kids out at 18. You were not grown at 18. You don't know how the world works at 18.
Oh my God.
You have no credit, probably. That's why I implore all people who have kids right now, young kids, get a credit card in their name right now and start buying stuff and paying it off so that they have a credit score before
and get
they
them
leave.
a 529, a Roth IRA.
A Roth IRA.
Because my thing is, it's not even about saving. I don't even want Zaire to have to worry about that.
But I ain't saying you gotta pay
like the white kids do. You got money right here.
Yeah.
I ain't saying you gotta pay rent. I ain't saying you gotta pay full rent. But what I am saying is you gonna put a little toward this water bill every now and then. Put a little something to this water bill.
And that's fine. Like for me, that's fine if you're responsible for a bill, right? Because it teaches you responsibility, whatever.
Yeah.
But just to be giving money, just to be giving money, like I closed on my house, I want to say mid-June, and my mother still charged me for June rent. Like for me, you could have just been like, you about to leave. Nope.
But no, there is something about the boomer generation and their money. Like my mother has always been like, where is my money?
Yeah. It don't matter what it's about.
Like,
now to give them credit, to give them credit though, that generation did scrap to make what they made it themselves. They did scrap because there was a lot of unfair lending practices back then when they were doing. So when they did get theirs, they got theirs. And I'm not saying
it depends on the situation. That did not happen with my family.
Brittany Gibson says giving money with no purpose will never make sense.
Correct.
Explain that. I just want to make sure I understand.
Yeah, what is it? Yes, like when you're giving money just to be giving money, like you don't need the money for rent.
And Trev, homes were $25K, but I mean $25K back then to now there's equivalent.
Oh, of course.
So like we can't say a car was $3,000 back then. Yeah, but you also made $70 a month too.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, like let's not pretend like they had it easy because of that.
No, they didn't have it easy, but in turn, they should not have made our lives hard. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I really think it depends on the situation. Where I grew up, from what I've seen, and I could be completely wrong, but my mother was a stay-at-home mom for a very long time because my father has always made very good money since he was young because he worked in trade. Like he didn't go to college. He went straight to trade school and got a job. And he has really always made. I remember the day my dad finally told me how much money he was making at that time. And I was like sitting in his truck calculating. And I was like, I ain't seen a dime of this.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like it seemed like if I asked for anything, it was an issue. So I stopped asking.
Exactly.
But I also understand that it must have been the same way with, my dad came from a family of 13 brothers and sisters. His parents passed away when he was very young. That's his money. He's probably like, this is like mine. I made this. So I get grace.
What Karen said, she said, just giving a random dollar amount, I don't agree with. Like you said, paying a bill or something cool, but just like saying, give me 800 to teach me a lesson. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's annoying.
If I ever ask my child for money, first of all, so it's funny because my dad took my checks when I was younger. He gave me some of them and he took them, and I was hot, boy. I was like, oh, I hate you, like you taking my money, like. And he, set out 10% for, your tithes and all, trying to teach me the tithes. My dad was a preacher. So, I had to do that.
I used to hate that. My parents would make me write a check. I get $30.
But when I got out of basic training, I left, he gave me all that money back.
Oh, see, that's different.
That's different. That's not majority of our
story. That's not what we're talking about.
And I know, and I know at that time I would have spent all that money up like crazy. And he knew it.
Smart. I understand that.
He knew it too. Different. So he gave it all back and was like, here, now what you do with this is on you. But
but why not just teach you, like, for example, Zaire has an actual like big tub of money. And whenever he gets money, we take him, like, okay, put it in this is your money. Your savings. And he always says, like, I can buy my own ice cream. I can do this. And I'm like, no, me and your dad will buy that for you.
Yeah.
You save your money. And I feel like instead of making us hate you for 12 years, why not just teach us? Because I think that I'm in a great place as a family financially, but man, I think about if I knew better when it came to money right now.
Don, you're gonna come on this show one time. You're gonna come on here. Tired of seeing you in these comments. You're not coming on the show. You're gonna come on here. But yeah, Trev, you're right. Inflation is crazy right now. But
Yeah.
they don't. And that's the thing. Everybody complaining about the middle class. This middle class. They do not care about your middle class self. As long as you're contributing to the workforce and paying these taxes, they don't care if you get up. But what I hate more than anything is a pull yourself up by your bootstraps person. Because ain't nobody on this earth ever done that. And I don't care what they say, you didn't do it. Somebody along the way gave you a tip, helped you out, gave you a loan, did something that got you successful. Hey, Mir. And I just feel like we got to stop pretending that if you really gonna be successful, like you do it on your own without help. And I just wonder how much further the Black community could be along if we helped each other. Because you saw what we had when we did
everything, though. Like I think about it, like on social media. So many people have asked me, why haven't you ever like created one of those subscriptions where people pay to get skincare advice from you? That's what estheticians are for. Why would I charge my friends?
Yeah. Same.
Like that's, to me, that's just so messed up. Like we're just,
I know that
deserves better money. But.
Yeah. And they'll say, "Oh, we got a crabs in a barrel mentality." But my thing is, y'all forget that crabs don't live in barrels. They were never supposed to live in barrels. Like, so you're trying to put us in an unnatural habitat and think that this is not going to happen.
We are in America, which is unnatural.
Yeah, crack kills, but addiction needs help. Hey, hey from Japan. Hey, but Don says, "Cheers to creating generational wealth with our offspring." Yeah, and start getting into investing, y'all. Like, y'all really need to get on it. Like, y'all ain't been watching. Nvidia has been doing some great things. So if you got some extra money to throw around, please start throwing it around. And set your kids up. With that being said, it is 8:30. Well, on my side, it's 9:37 on y'all side. So we've done our hour today, but I want to give everybody some time to. Don, you can comment again, but you didn't comment when I said you're gonna be on this show. You ain't say that. But I want to give Kira some time because she was so nice to come. Kind of asked her last minute too. She, as y'all know, she's vegan. She has a podcast. Are you still doing the podcast, right?
Yeah, I still have an Instagram. I still blog and post videos and stuff of different vegan things that I do.
So I was telling her that I'm doing pescatarian for 60 days due to some health stuff, and like some days I just don't eat meat at all because it's like you get tired of the seafood and all that. So I just eat something else. Like I'm really big on caprese salads right now because the mozzarella kind of gives me the texture that I need from meat and stuff. But what is like the easiest way for somebody who really wants to no habla? Shut up, Don. But what is the easiest way for somebody to like first start stepping into the world of being vegan, and what made it easiest for you?
So I would say start with probably pescatarian, vegetarian first because vegan is a little extreme unless you have that personality where you could just go somewhere cold turkey, no pun intended. If you could do that, then kudos to you. But for me, I had to wean myself off, right? So I didn't eat pork or beef like that anyway growing up. So that was easy to get rid of first. So then it was just like chicken and turkey. And then I was like, I could probably get rid of that. I'll do like a 30-day challenge for pescatarian. It ended up working. So then after that, I went and did a 30-day vegan challenge in January, like New Year, New Me kind of thing in 2017. And I started to just do more research on like the dairy industry and stuff. And I'm like, I really don't want to go back to that lifestyle. So I would say to just wean yourself off. Try to do like a 1 day a week where there's no meat, like a meatless Mondays kind of thing. Look up simple recipes, right? I have plenty of recipes on my page.
And they look good. The potatoes look good, y'all.
Yes, I have a grocery list on my page also that you can go by. But just start simple. It doesn't have to be like this lavish, like what you get on the internet and you see vegan chefs making. Like you don't have to do that. It could be very simple. You can make like some curry chickpeas and some rice, or like lentils and something, or pasta. Like you can make it easy for yourself. I wouldn't go crazy trying to have all these intricate recipes. I mean, anything like spaghetti, you could just make that vegan. You could just make some swap outs and it's easy. I mean, even with milk, there's so many dairy-free milks, oat milk, flaxseed milk, all that kind of stuff. So just make out swaps. That's what I would suggest. Just start basic. I wouldn't just jump in the deep end with veganism. You can if you got that personality, but I know me and I know I couldn't do that. So that would be my advice.
Okay. We definitely appreciate that. And what's your page again, so people can go look at you?
It is at 2 Vegans with a Kink. So 2 written out. So TWO Vegans with an S with a kink.
Okay.
And that's on all social media platforms. So
okay, y'all definitely check her out because she be making food all the time, and it be having me ready to switch. So maybe one day I might make that switch.
Maybe.
Janelle, the seasons are changing, and I loved your shirt. I love your shirt today. I didn't say it earlier, but I love it. Oh, it's a sweater. Okay, cool. The seasons are changing. So what tips can you give us for getting ready for the seasonal shift from the heat to the pumpkin spice era?
So the seasons are changing, but number one, that does not mean you don't wear SPF.
Oh, I thought you were about to say God remains the same. I was about to.
He does. But seriously, sunscreen, you need to wear it every day, no matter what the season is, no matter if you're inside, outside, whatever, wear it. Also, depending on your skin type, as we get into the colder months, for oily skin types, opt for a thicker moisturizer. For drier skin types, you want to look for really hydrating moisturizer like ceramides and peptides. And it's chemical peel season, even though I'll get a chemical peel at any time. When it's colder, that is the best time to get a chemical peel because the sun is not as violent during the colder months. And if you're looking to try a chemical peel, a lactic acid peel is a great peel to begin with. Very gentle. You won't see any peeling, but you will see your skin be very glowy and pretty.
Okay. That's our tips for the week. Make sure y'all putting the SPF on though, like she said. Keep your skin beautiful. What do chemical peels do? We got that in the comments.
So a chemical peel is going to literally remove layers of your skin. Depending on how severe the chemical peel will determine how severe the peeling of your skin will be. No, it's not. It's not burning. It's you don't even feel it. It's like really bad sunscreen. I'm sorry, really bad sunburn. But when your skin is peeling off, first of all, do not peel it. It's going to look like beautiful. But please go to an esthetician. If you are a person of color, please go to a person of color esthetician. Okay, please.
Hey, fellas, y'all need to get them facials too, man.
Get facials, man.
Get them.
I'm sick of it.
Looking all like a inner city street on your face. Like,
and also, y'all deserve to relax too. It really is a great time.
It is.
Oh, you know what's top tier? Women who pull their man's ingrown hair. That's top tier.
Oh, Trevor. That's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, I love grown hairs.
Popping pimples and then top tier women. Top tier. But all right, so y'all know at the end of every show, we gotta break it down. I got two. The first was really simple. Y'all going to hell. And by y'all, I mean all you candy corn loving.
Oh, here it is. It's the season.
Every year they bring it back because y'all keep buying it. Let it go. There's nothing about eating crayon tips that I find appealing.
Crayon tips is so accurate.
I don't understand. I feel like they just take all the leftover sugar in the world and just make
I
those.
swear it's candle wax.
Got to be. It's earwax. I don't know what it is.
Oh my god, it's not that bad.
Okay, it's sweeter than earwax.
I thought it was cool. The only thing that made it cool was when I saw someone actually stack it, and it actually does make a corn cob. Never realized that.
That's funny.
What?
But if my only entertainment from this candy is stacking it and not eating it, that is a problem.
There are people who really like it. Just like there are people who like peeps.
And they are the people that God told us to avoid in scripture.
Okay, first of all, I candy corn, but I only can do like a couple. I can't do a lot. I can do like two candy corn.
Throw it away.
So you can only do 2 kernels of candy corn?
Yeah, I can't do a lot.
Then you don't like
it. It's like black licorice. It's a quiet taste.
That's where all the
Stretch
people who
bars.
like black licorice and like them things and the Mary Jane's candies. Like,
Oh,
first of
I
all, y'all
love those too.
see, so you hate children. You hate children.
No, I don't. And I like
Halloween.
peeps,
You
but they
Talking
have
about
to be
something.
stale.
Halloween's my favorite holiday, and that's what you giving the people.
We need to
People
talk
like
about people whose
No.
Halloween is their favorite holiday because y'all need to get saved.
Why?
Alright.
It's okay.
Peeps are
I
peeps
love
too.
scary stuff.
Peeps.
Uh-huh.
Who keeping peeps in business?
I like peeps too, but they have to be
There's
stale.
quite a
You
few
like
people we
every
know.
nasty
Like,
thing.
They have to be stale though. I can't eat them fresh. I like
so
the
you want
hard.
them like are they like a
What?
a
Stale candy?
Lucky Charm marshmallow? Do they when they get stale?
Kinda.
Okay, now I'm fascinated.
Yeah, they have to be like a little bit.
Y'all
harder
are
than
talking
soft.
about letting
That's
food
what I do.
expire
Have you
for it
sometimes
to taste
have you
good.
ever had a stale Oreo? It's really good.
Have I ever had food past its prime and
Sometimes it
enjoyed
tastes
it?
better.
That's what you're asking me right now.
Marshmallows
First of
taste
all, I
better.
take all my Oreos out and I put them in our
Oh, sorry.
cookie jar. I don't look at when it's time to expire. So if I happen to get one and it's expired,
You
Marshmallows
know,
taste
when you
way
open the
better.
package,
they get soft.
you said what tastes way better? What did you say?
I said marshmallows taste way better still to me.
That's what Lucky Charms are.
Yeah, I know. That's
Stale
why I like it
marshmallows.
stale.
And
Yeah.
they're
Thank you,
delicious.
Don. Nasty ass peeps. Then stale on top of it.
No, I am curious about a stale peep.
They're good. I'm telling you, they're good.
Because if it tastes anything like a
You
Lucky
know
Charm,
what?
now
I'm gonna go buy a pack and leave it out. What do I have to
Leave
keep?
it out.
So,
Okay.
what's the best way to make it stale? Do
Just
I
leave it
leave it
out.
out of the package? Just
Yeah.
leave it on the counter overnight?
You
What
have
is
to
the
wait.
optimal?
It's not gonna be overnight. It's gonna be like
You seem so
Excuse
upset
me.
about this.
What is the optimal level of staleness that I'm trying to reach? Is it a bite to
A
it? Is it al
crunch?
dente?
Does
it's
it
not
it
a
a-
crunch. It could be a crunch.
Ah,
It's like
Is
a
it
hard.
like
It's like
what's the stuff
taffy
they put in
kind of.
boxes?
Like taffy?
Styrofoam.
styrofoam peanuts and styrofoam peanuts.
No, I don't like those. Those peanuts taste weird. That's
Why
I'm
you
saying,
eating
is the texture like a styrofoam?
Oh,
peanut?
kinda.
Okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is what Jesus was talking about when he said you make it to heaven and he'll say he don't know you. This is what he was talking about.
Everything. The Bible says everything I made is good.
He didn't make peeps.
The idea is
He didn't make peeps.
It's
That
very
was
to make
Satan.
peeps.
He didn't
He
make
put
peeps.
the vision in someone is rich. How much is peeps worth?
yeah, a lot.
Right,
And now
someone
they
is
have like
rich.
all these different like colors. And they have
Don't put that on God because he didn't
bunnies,
create sin.
rabbits.
Peeps are a sin against God.
Wait, so what other candy do you not like? Because I probably like it.
Well,
What
I,
other candies
I happen to save some pictures of the candies I didn't
Oh.
I
like.
need you to guess how much peeps is worth. I want you to guess.
Million.
$100 billion.
Because people buy them for their Jeep.
$300 million.
See?
So clearly,
People buy them for their
somebody likes
Jeeps. People buy them for their Jeeps and stuff. I don't like them circus peanuts. I don't like the what's the,
Oh, those are disgusting.
I don't
what,
like
the
those.
peanut butter bars, the ones with the stripes on them. Well, first of all, I'm allergic to them, so I can't eat them anyway.
Peanut
but
butter bars.
They were nasty anyway. They look like little pinstripe candies. They were like wrapped up.
Nutter butters?
No, look it up. Look up peanut butter bars candy. They got the pinstripes. They nasty. And the Mary
What?
Jane candies, the ones.
I
the ones
like
that-
Mary Jane candy. Those are good.
Terrible. Terrible.
Oh, those are disgusting.
Yes.
I have
And
to look
like
it
as
up
soon
now.
as you
What's
bit
called
into
peanut
it, it
butter
just
bars?
crumbled.
Yes, because it wasn't made by God.
It's so nasty.
That's why.
It's called peanut butter bars?
Butterfingers. That's
No,
a
I like
popular
Butterfingers.
candy.
Are disgusting.
Butterfingers are popular. I'll
I
let
like
that slide.
Butterfingers.
Nasty.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I see. I never had these peanut butter candy.
This is legit crazier than
Yeah.
anything Trump.
Look, thank you.
So
Thank you,
offended by
Don.
that.
Don, you need to come on the show. But all right, let me end the show. Let me get back into character so we can end this. Bring it back down.
Oh, you didn't even get the point out yet. Sorry.
No, that was the first one. Second one is, ladies, stop saying "ay, ay" in the club when your friend is dancing
I absolutely will.
and nothing is moving back there.
Why you
You-
hating?
Look at you.
You got
you
me
saying I hate
turning. You got me turning.
Y'all don't even have
around.
rhythm half the time. How dare you?
You got me turning around to see her lower back.
And
going
she's
left to
enjoying
right.
herself and giving what needs to be gave.
And minding her business.
Right. Y'all
She ain't
just be
worried about
standing there
Just-
looking stale and unpressed.
Just clap. Just clap,
lusty
boy,
and dry.
and say good job
be
to
hiding.
let us know that we don't have to rush out to see what's going on.
You don't. You can stand right in the corner with the chapstick
Right,
you have
exactly.
right in your hands, because all y'all be having that doggone chapstick and just staying in the corner not doing nothing.
That's because your dance moves is dry.
They'll
You're
be
drying everything
Whatever.
out over here. Everything. Just let her have her moment, but keep the A's to a minimum. Lowercase A's. Lowercase A's.
Whatever.
With that being said, I hope y'all had a wonderful show tonight. I think we had a good one. We hope that y'all do something great
Same.
this week. Tell somebody you love them, and we will see you all next week. Until then.
All right. See you guys later. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thanks for being here. Bye, y'all.
Good night.